The police are supposed to protect and serve the citizens of a country. They are the front line of defense against crime and injustice, ensuring that order prevails and citizens live without fear. However, not every country's police force stands as a beacon of hope and justice. Some nations have earned a reputation for their brutal police practices, leading to fear and mistrust among their citizens. In this article, we will dive into 5 such countries. Venezuela. In the throbbing heart of South America, Venezuela has become a riveting epicenter of upheaval. Once a beacon of prosperity, it now grapples with staggering hyperinflation, its shelves barren, and a medical system gasping for life. The political maelstrom has carved rifts deep into the soul of its populace. But that's not all. Whispered stories and hard evidence alike spotlight the chilling hand of the Venezuelan police and National Guard. Symbols of protection turned purveyors of dread. The night air is punctuated with cries from unjust arrest, harrowing tales of torture, and the final screams of those silenced forever. Streets echo with the footfalls of thousands protesting, their demands for justice and freedom often met with brutal might. Even the UN's gaze, usually spanning global concerns, has been fixed worriedly on Venezuela, alarmed by the thunderous crack of force on peace. India. India, known globally for its vibrant democracy, rich history, and a tapestry of diverse cultures, has its set of challenges, especially in the new realm of law enforcement. A couple of pressing issues that stand out are the incidents of custodial deaths and encounter killings. Custodial deaths are instances where individuals under police or judicial detention meet their untimely demise. The causes for these deaths range from ill treatment to outright torture. On the other hand, encounter killings are situations where police officers shoot alleged criminals, justifying their actions as self-defense. However, there's a growing belief that many of these shootings are extrajudicial executions, done without a fair judicial process. The National Human Rights Commission of India, a key monitoring body, reports hundreds of such cases annually. An even more concerning aspect is the prevailing system that often shields offending police officers from facing legal consequences. This lack of accountability fosters a deep-rooted mistrust between the general public and law enforcement agencies. Brazil. Brazil grapples with soaring crime rates, especially in its bustling urban hubs like Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo. Such challenges, unfortunately, have often been met with aggressive and sometimes brutal responses from law enforcement. Notably, Brazil's police are ranked among the most lethal globally. According to organizations such as Human Rights Watch, the police are responsible for thousands of deaths annually. Worryingly, a significant number of these deaths resemble extrajudicial executions rather than standard law enforcement operations. These violent confrontations disproportionately affect the favelas, Brazil's urban slums, where residents often find themselves caught in the crossfire. To compound the issue, corruption has seeped into some branches of the police force. This combination of excessive violence and corruption has led to a situation where many citizens fear the police as much as they do criminals. Russia. The Russian police, particularly the infamous Oman riot unit, has consistently been linked with acts of political suppression. The Oman has become synonymous with the forceful dispersal of peaceful demonstrations, often employing tactics that many consider overly aggressive. But the concerns with Russian law enforcement don't stop at political protest. Allegations surrounding the police encompass a wide range of human rights abuses. Claims of torture, maltreatment, and extrajudicial killings have been made against them. Additionally, they are often seen as an instrumental in enforcing the nation's anti-extremism laws, which many international observers and human rights organizations argue curtail free speech and suppress political opposition. These alleged actions and policies have had a palpable impact on the general populace. Many critics of the government, fearing political repercussions from from openly expressing dissent resort to self-censorship. This pervasive atmosphere of fear only further entrenches the existing barriers to open dialogue and political freedom in the country. China. China's technological prowess, while ushering in significant advancements, has also been channeled to develop an intricate police surveillance apparatus. The integration of technologies like facial recognition cameras in public spaces and intensive online monitoring mechanisms grants the Chinese police an unprecedented ability to monitor their citizens. This extensive surveillance infrastructure has raised concerns about its potential misuse, especially in the suppression of dissenting voices. A prime example can be seen in Xinjiang, home to the Uyghur Muslim minority. The region has garnered international attention, with numerous reports highlighting the systemic repression of the Uyghurs. Trusted international bodies have estimated that over 1 million Uyghurs have been confined in what are termed as re-education camps. Within these facilities, detainees reportedly endure torture, forced labor, and aggressive indoctrination. Further solidifying concerns about civil liberties, China's law enforcement agencies rigorously implement the country's stringent censorship regulations. This has resulted in the detainment of journalists, activists, and others who might challenge or critique the authoritative reign of the Communist Party. While each of these countries has its unique history and set of challenges, the common thread is a police force that often acts without accountability, leading to widespread human rights abuses. The role of law enforcement should be to protect citizens, but in these nations, the police often represent a source of fear.